is living in Boulder vlog. Ides of April. Oh, I'm listening to a lecture on paganism. I think Grit Courses Plus. I think I must pay for it or something. I'm gonna go and look in my Apple subscriptions after this video, see how much I'm paying for it. But I'm listening to them. I really like it on Audible. So the dude was saying that the the Roman calendar is really like complicated because only the rich people knew what to do, and so that's how they took advantage of the law. You know how like nowadays rich people, like lawyers, take advantage of the law because they only know the little tricks. Well, the tricks back in the day were that the rich people knew which day like everybody knew what day it was where you could do certain legal actions, but nobody knew what day it was. Like they knew what day you had to do the legal action, but they didn't know what day it was today because it was so complicated. So only the rich people knew what day it was somehow. Because instead of doing it first, second, third, all the way up to the 30th, they would do it from like the Ides and then count backwards from halfway through the month or from the front. And so like the New Year and stuff and different days would be on different days of the year. So anyway, that's like one of the things I learned today because I'm listening to that lecture. I have like 3 hours left in the thing. So yes, so that's yesterday I was working until, well, pretty late, but then I got kind of like burnt out, you know? You normally don't get burnt out, but maybe it was because I just wanted to do something else. So I watched Kickboxer 2 because I saw Kickboxer 1 the other day. And so then I watched Kickboxer 2, but I think I was working on the computer for most of it and then the battery died. So then I watched it, but then I was kind of getting burnt out. And so I watched Titanic almost until the end, not the very end, all the way up until like after the boat sank and people were sitting around, like right before Rose found out Jack was dead. That's when I watched it all the way. It was good, dude, because I was feasting on like this on the boat itself, like looking in the background and stuff, and because I know what the layout of the boat is so well. And so I noticed more about like as they were running down the different levels of the grand staircase and stuff. But oh, and they had the drunkard who survived. There was the baker, a real true story. One of the bakers, I think it was the head baker. When he found out the boat was sinking, he drank like a whole quart of like whiskey, and got like staggeringly drunk. And then I guess helped people throw, and then put on 2 life jackets, and like, probably all the extra like other clothing he could find, like wool sweaters and stuff. And he waited on the back of the boat, and because he was on the very back of the boat, when it tilted up, he was way up, and he could see exactly where the lifeboats were. So he memorized where the lifeboat was. And as soon as the boat went down, he beelined for it, and they picked him up, and they rescued him. But he's in the movie Night to Remember. They see him drinking and helping people. But he's also in the Titanic with Leonardo DiCaprio. He's up there drinking in the movie. Anyway, and then I could have sworn I heard an actual witness, person who was in the boat, say that they heard from somebody the next day that the captain swam up to the boat. And then they tried to pull him in, but he shook his head and dove under. So, and he was with like the other rich guy, Astor, so who died. Anyway, yeah, and he was in the movie too. He died, but they never found his wife. But they found him, like 2 days later. They recovered like 60% of the bodies, like 2 days later, on another boat. But anyway, so then I like fell asleep and I kind of slept in a little bit. But then I got up at like 10 or something, 11. I called my mom to see if she wanted to do the things we had to sell my radio, and so I went over there, and but we didn't do that. We did like tax stuff instead. I don't do my taxes in time. It's the 15th, and so I just sent in some like checks or whatever I thought it would be and deal with it later. But and then we went on a walk and hung out with her and had some meals and stuff. So and I don't think I've actually done much work. I was doing a little bit of work on my computer on the site. But yeah, I need to get caught up. I'll probably work all night long. Like here on the couch in my room. No, I think in my room. I'm more into it down there. Just listening to this lecture, and then I'll try to do the next one. Try to finish all the ones I have by the end of the month, because I only have until then. I probably downloaded too many, but Paula called me, and I forgot to call her back. So I have like whatchamacallit, athlete's foot here. And I need to clean my room probably tomorrow. But see, the thing is, on my website, they're really puffed out on the ancient history. And so I was looking at, there's this one 300 million BC page, I think it's 200 million to 600 million. And it was way warped, but I went and I just cut out the different columns and put them on another page, and to all 5, and then just to edit it out, because I never did that. And then I looked at it and it was already good enough, so I put it in. It looks great. But another one is a little puffed, so I guess I have to go and edit that one some more until it stops. It's like this, it could all boil down to just this one, word. So, but it's really not as bad as it sounds, because I have to edit all that stuff anyway. But so yeah, as soon as I get this timeline like not puffed out, and then the icons on, it'll be a level of sense of accomplishment. I'm looking for a sense of accomplishment that's big enough to allow me to go to the gym. I have different strategy this year than all the other years. All the other years was like, oh man, I want to be like a endurance athlete, and I have the bikes and stuff. But now I'm realizing finally that I'm not gonna have the time for that, like for the next 5 years, or that's like a whole nother lifetime in the future. Can't even think about that. But I do need to get in shape, and I would like to. I was watching, Kickboxer and stuff. I want to get in shape, and Rocky. I just saw actually the Rocky fights, because I have all of those are on Amazon, and like you can wear yourself out if you work out like 2 hours a day lifting weights. It's better. If you only have 2 hours a day, lifting weights is the best way to stay in shape. So I want to do that, but I have to wait until there has to be a stopping point on the site. So now that could be in like another month. But I keep thinking that maybe physically I'll hit the wall, but I don't think that'll happen, because I don't have my car anymore, and I'll ride my bike to my mom's house. Luckily, the person who bought the car is going to pay for me, reimburse me for all the like $1,000 or whatever extra I put into it since I got it. So yeah, I might go to the store and get a C4 energy drink. They don't have the dollar ones anymore. It went up to $1.25, and then went up to $1.50, and then they disappeared. And so now all they have are the C4s, which are like $3.79. But if you drink them, they're full of niacin, so you get to do like this for like 2 hours. You can feel like all the niacin, so it's almost worth it. But I don't know. I think it is contributing to me being kind of overweight. I don't know how much I am though. I need to put some new batteries in for my weight, my scale. So tonight, what day is it? Tomorrow I'm going to go back into my mom's house. We didn't do anything about the radio, so we do the radio thing tomorrow. But, oh God, maybe like another couple days, 3 or 4 or 5 days to get all the timelines down, or maybe just a couple days. Maybe I can finish the 3 million across today. But, yeah, but then I'll, get going. There's my hamsters. I mean my ferrets. They hear me talking, so they want to come and hang out. Here, I'll show you. Or no, maybe that's the water. I think there's the water for my sin. No, it is my hamsters. Here, look. I'll show you. Did you hear me talking? Do you want to hang out? So anyways, I'll talk to you tomorrow.